Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Nurse Janet, and in today's video we are going to discuss 7 different forms of non-hormonal contraceptives, how they work and their effectiveness. Maybe you are having some health conditions that doesn't really allow you to use the hormonal contraceptives, or you are not ready for the side effects of the hormonal contraceptives, or even you just decided that you really want to try the non-hormonal contraceptives. Then feel free and most welcome. First on the list is intrauterine device, specifically the copper intrauterine device, a device that is inserted deep inside your uterus to prevent pregnancy by acting as a barrier between the sperms and an egg. First, the copper changes the vaginal pH and kills the sperm before they meet an egg, so there is no hormone involved. And again, the T-shaped, the way it is shaped there, it prevents the movement, the easy movement of the sperms upwards. The beautiful thing with copper IUD is that it can serve you for the longest period of time, close to 10 years, 10 even to 12 years, that is okay with it. And again, it's one of the most effective methods of contraceptive at 99.8%. The other challenge that you really have to worry while using copper IUD is cramping during your periods, and again, it can lead to heavy bleeding. And again, another side effect of copper IUD is that it can lead to the ascending infection. So most likely it can predispose you to pelvic inflammatory conditions. Otherwise, it's one of the best, and I'd advise anyone who has a problem with hormonal contraceptives to try using copper IUD. Next on list, we have the condoms. Condoms, we have 2 different types of condoms, the male and female condoms. These are easy, ready, and very safe to use because actually on safety, this is the only form of contraceptive that also prevents against sexually transmitted infections. And again, the other challenge with condoms is that the effectiveness depends on how you are going to use it. Remember, it ranges from 75 to 87% effectiveness. So almost in every 100 intercourses had, there is a possibility of having 25 pregnancies, almost in every 100. That sounds quite big, but again, if it's the only option that you are having, I think you should really consider condom for its own benefits. For the female condom, you really have to put it almost 30 minutes before the onset of the action, but again, for the male condom, you have to put it after erection. And again, another challenge with the condom is that you really have to put in every single shot. So it depends on how you really have to have them available by your bedside, and throughout the night, every single shot you have to change for a new set of condoms. Otherwise, it's one of the best too. Next on the list, we have the withdrawal form of contraceptive, also known as the coitus interruptus. And in this one, it involves stopping or withdrawing. The man withdraws just before he ejaculates. This is another challenging form of contraceptive because actually this action needs to be performed just at the peak of pleasure. And again, it needs lots of cooperation from both partners. And it's not really a method that I would advise someone to use. Maybe if they are using it combined with other forms of natural methods, like maybe observing your basal body temperature or different forms of contraceptive. Again, in this one, it is only 80% effective when performed correctly. The other challenge with withdrawal method is that the precum fluid has some semen in it, and these two can just swim upwards and meet your egg. So it's not something that I would really advise someone to use unless you are using it with another method. And next we have the fertility awareness method. Yeah, this requires lots of timing, and fertility awareness method simply means that you really have to understand your body. You have to understand your cycle, you have to track it very well and know when you are ovulating. It involves avoiding sexual intercourse during your fertile days and having sex during your infertile days. This one here needs lots of cooperation from both partners because actually maybe during your fertile days, these other days you'll be using some other backup methods, and you really need to understand things like your basal body temperature, the cervical mucus. These are the things that you'll be using to monitor whether you are ovulating or not. If used effectively, the range of effectiveness varies from 78 to 98%. The 98 comes in that it involves avoiding sexual intercourse during your fertile days. So once you've known that an egg takes about 24 hours to 48 hours before it dies, so these are the really days that you really need to avoid to help you prevent pregnancy. So if you really understand your body, well, you can as well try that. Another non-hormonal form of contraceptive is the use of diaphragm. Diaphragm is a cup-shaped thing that is always inserted inside your vagina just before the sexual intercourse, and the function is to collect the sperms. It can be used alongside spermicides. The main function of the spermicide is to change the vaginal pH, killing the sperms before they meet an egg. These are very less common forms of contraceptives here in Kenya, maybe due to the cumbersomeness of inserting them, and they are equally less effective, almost at 78% effective. So it's not something that I would advise someone to use. They're cumbersome to put and all that. Maybe you can even react to those spermicides. And for those who are contented with the number of kids they are having, they can do tubal ligation or even vasectomy for male. Vasectomy and tubal ligation are considered permanent method, though there is chances of reversing them, but again, the success of this is always very, very minimal. So before you make this informed choice of going to get yourself a tubal ligation, you really have to be very sure that you are done giving birth and you are contented with any outcome that will. Otherwise, most of the non-hormonal contraceptives are very safe and they are easy to use and they have been used for the longest time. And again, actually, I think this is the new thing that people should really embrace, because if you see the burden of using the hormonal contraceptive, if you talk to women about the burden of using the hormonal contraceptive, actually it is really, really heavy. And if possible, if you can opt for any of these methods that I've just talked about, the better. Otherwise, thank you for staying by and let's meet in my next video. Bye.